This is San Diego News Daily.
Hello and welcome to San Diego News Daily. I'm Michelle Medina. In City Heights, neighbors are breathing a sigh of relief after police arrested a man suspected of vandalizing nearly a dozen cars, all with an axe. Investigators say that suspect is known as Zan Marr, and he actually lives in that neighborhood. Police say he damaged 11 cars parked along Menlo Avenue, causing thousands of dollars in damage. 2 locks on the security doors protecting a nearby apartment complex were also destroyed. We spoke to some neighbors who say even after the arrest, they are still feeling uneasy.
Now that he's arrested for doing that, I'm thinking he's going to come back and do it to some other people.
Marr was charged with felony vandalism. San Diego County Sheriff's records indicate that he is no longer in jail. First the flames, now the fallout. There was a massive fire at the Chevron Refinery in El Segundo. That is near LAX. So if you typically get gas at Chevron, you could pay more. The fire forced an emergency shutdown, and now it could take a few weeks for the refinery to fully come back online. While experts say it's unclear how the fire will impact gas prices long term, they do anticipate they will go up soon.
Anywhere from 15 to 30 cents a gallon, 25 cents a gallon, somewhere in that neighborhood. And we're going to leave a little asterisk beside that because it's still an unfolding situation on the extent of the damage. It was not a small fire. I think that's a very safe thing to say. So the key of the matter is what was damaged, how extensive is the damage, and how long will it take to repair?
And for context, this is the largest oil-producing refinery on the West Coast. It processes more than 276,000 barrels of crude oil a day. So this comes as Governor Newsom announced that lower gas prices could be coming to San Diego County. He signed a bill allowing gas stations to sell the fuel blend called E15. It's made with 15% ethanol, which is a renewable material with climate benefits. One study from UC Berkeley shows it could save drivers about 20 cents a gallon. The California Air Resources Board says it is working to find out if this new blend meets the state's clean air requirements.
And ultimately, the question of the study is, does this new blend have any harmful effects on the state's air, water, and soil? And if we determine that it does not have any harmful effects, then we will move forward with updating our regulations to allow for the permanent sale of E15 in the state.
31 other states already sell E15. It is available for California gas stations to sell now if they choose, but it is not suitable for all engines, including motorcycles and off-road vehicles. During the government shutdown, thousands of people are being directly impacted. Members of the military are not getting paid, and hundreds of thousands of contractors here in the San Diego region are also at risk of being affected. The head of the San Diego Military Advisory Council says some may be more affected than others.
Some of which is identified as emergent work, and it continues. So if you have gate guards, right, they still need gate guards. So what's identified as emergency service continues, but a lot of the work that is more mundane in terms of it's an everyday thing gets turned off or stalled until the shutdown is over.
Well, David Boone, who you just heard from, also points out the wider economy may be impacted if military families and contractors have to cut back on their spending. A new housing option is rolling into San Diego. County planners will now allow tiny homes on wheels to qualify as standalone homes in unincorporated areas of San Diego. NBC 7's Shondell Maniz shows us just how spacious a tiny home can feel.
Hey NBC, welcome to the crib. This tiny home's name is Aspen, and the executive director for Rebuilding Green, Jenny Crane, is going to show us around.
So this is 399 square feet. It has everything that you need. It has a living room, a full kitchen, a full bathroom, and a full bedroom. And I mean, as far as the aesthetics in it, we have these beautiful high ceilings here.
So what is attractive about tiny homes?
Well, mainly the price.
Base prices for these homes fall between $60,000 and $100,000. There are 7 of them on this park's property.
We're having an issue with affordability. And so, I mean, I say for the price of one home in San Diego, you can have a whole tiny home village.
county planners greenlit tiny homes to bring that threshold down.
There's been this horrible stigma that's tied to tiny homes because they're on wheels. People want to call them the dirty word, which is trailers. And they're not trailers, they're actually chassis. That's actually how the homes are transported to the location that they're going. Okay.
What San Diegans need this the most?
Oh my God. I mean, I would say our main clientele that, has come to us, and, the 9 out of 10 people we haven't been able to help are elderly, are young adults, and single parent families. We just need more homes. And the only way that we can get more homes that people can afford is by going tiny.
Now that you've gotten a small taste of what tiny living is like, if you're still curious if it could be for you, nonprofit Rebuilding Green has the option for you to try it before you commit. Thanks for hanging out in Santa Isabel. I'm Shondell Manise.
Well, NBC 7 meteorologist Brooke Martell will have a look at your forecast right after this.
You count on breaking news.
People running in the streets, they have their kids, they have their pets.
And help preparing for the unexpected.
Small fire right now, we'll keep an eye on it.
You count on stories from your community. You count on getting different points of view.
We're still human.
And your voice being heard.
We need help.
You count on in-depth reporting.
It's a mess, and it's making people sick.
Because you know the whole story is more than just the headline. This is coverage you count on, only on NBC 7 and Telemundo 20.
Taking a look at what you can expect on this Saturday. Mostly clear skies, cooler temperatures as well. This afternoon, comfortable daytime highs, trending below seasonal norms for the most part. For tomorrow, we'll get some more marine layer out along the coastline. And speaking of the coast, here's a look at Mission Beach for today. Mostly sunny. Temperatures around those low 70s. Water temperature from the low 60s. Wave heights up to 2 to 5 feet, I should say, and moderate rip current risk. And if you're heading to Del Mar for the Harvest Festival there today, you can see those temperatures really nice, right around those low 70s with that sunshine. An hourly forecast for the mountain communities. Maybe you're heading to Julian for some apple pie today. You can see those temperatures warming up to the upper 60s as we get into the peak hours of the day, and then we'll start to taper off as we head into about 6, 7 o'clock this evening and make a return to those 50s. Here's a look at your daytime highs. So if you're heading to downtown, 75 degrees. We have upper 70s for La Mesa for Oktoberfest. We're right around 78 for Ramona. Upper 60s to the low 70s for the mountains, like I showed you. Upper 80s over the desert region. Now here's a look at that future weather pattern. This is showing some of that increased marine layer as we get into this evening. Coastal eddy developing. That'll increase the cloud cover for us. And you can see it stays put as we head into Sunday morning. Could be a little bit patchy along the coast, even over some of our valleys. Wind speeds tomorrow up to about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Wanted to show you the water year recap. It ended on September 30th. Now we're in a new water year. And you can see looking back, it wasn't a great start for us, and we definitely ended with below seasonal averages when it comes to the rainfall. Typically, you could see this is for the San Diego area. We get about 9.5 inches of rain, but for this water year, it was closer to about 5.5 inches of rain. So if we take a closer look at the drought monitor, where things stand right now, you can see for San Diego County, we definitely still have some areas under that severe category. 10-day forecast for you looks pretty good, looks fairly consistent. We'll be right around those low to mid 70s for the coastline, upper 70s to about the low 80s through Wednesday for the inland valleys. And I do want to make a note of a tropical storm that is way to our south off the coast of Mexico, and that could actually bring some influence as we get into this upcoming week. I'm talking about some tropical moisture. Still too early to tell what exactly we will be getting, if anything, but I'll keep a close eye on that for you. And you can see for the desert region, we're right around the 80s over the next few days before we make a return to the 90s. Nichelle?
All right, Brooke, thank you. This morning, a new museum is opening in San Diego focusing on an elite U.S. military unit. The Navy SEALs Museum highlights the world of Navy SEALs. This is some video from last year when a SEAL delivery vehicle was actually lifted into the museum's second floor. The building is located on Kettner, downtown by the Santa Fe Depot. There's more coverage you can on at NBC7.com. You can always find us on your Roku or Samsung Smart TV app. That'll do it for us. I'm Nichelle Medina. Thanks for watching.